One, go live. Hello. Welcome to the Easy Beasy podcast, 4th of July special.
Special.
I'm your host, Zale. Over there is the
I'm your
boy.
yes, I'm your co-host Brandon.
We have a very bittersweet episode today
Yes,
because it is the end of season 1 of our
yes.
podcast. But next week is the beginning of season
Season
2. So
two.
yeah,
Yeah.
so let's give it up for that. Let's give it up for that. How are you doing today, man, on the
I'm
special 4th of
doing
July
good.
episode? How are you
Yes.
doing?
How you doing? I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Um, Today's podcast is one for remembrance. Um, remembering um everything we fight for, everything we believe in. Um, and we start off with remembering all the best moments of our podcast.
Yes.
For those of you who are here live, I really appreciate you stopping by. Put anything in the YouTube chat, and obviously I'll check it out. We'll go from there. But I just want to say it's been awesome doing this podcast. It really is amazing the fact that we have done this for 15 straight weeks. No
It's crazy.
stopping,
It's crazy.
none of that. So that's really cool. I was telling Brandon before today's show, I was telling him yesterday, like it's just like the fact that we were able to do this. I feel like me personally, I felt like I had to prove to myself that I would be able to do this with somebody, uh, and do it consistently, and build a foundation and kind of establish something. And I think we kind of have. Obviously it's a long way to go to
Yes.
get to a lot of the goals that we set, uh, but I'm super happy about it. Super happy.
Yeah, same here. I wasn't expecting this to go far, but after doing it for like 15 weeks straight, like we had our problems, we had technical issues. Then all of a sudden, we just sit down, figured it out, and everything. And now we're becoming more a little bit better at this, and I think we feel more confident at it than if it was just you and me doing it by ourselves. Like it's just missing something, but what is it?
Right, right. Like I told him, like literally at the first episode, I was like, dude, yeah, what would I be doing just by myself? Would I just be ranting by myself? I mean, that would be cool. Would y'all like to hear me rant by myself for just talking at a wall? I could do a whole, really, because before it was just me talking at a wall. That really was my podcast idea. Um, you know, it's called Wall Talk. Um, where I would just rant at a wall for an hour about things I didn't like. Um, about how you lose your remote inside the couch cushions, about how, stepping on the Lego is literally the worst feeling of all time. About how people who put milk in before the cereal are
Cereal.
menaces to society and they should be all thrown in jail,
Yes.
and to never return to
And never enjoy
advanced
another bowl of
society,
sweet
never enjoy
cereal.
a bowl of cereal again. As a matter of fact, all of their bowls of cereal they get in prison should be pre-porn for them. All right, since they obviously don't know how to do it themselves. Um, you have to pre-pour it for them.
Yes.
It's just the way it is. No, but
Yeah.
seriously, that
It's weird.
argument that that argument, I've only met one person who's on the other side of that argument, and I really question, I really question if they're okay, if they're good. Like if we're, that was one of the things we argued about, one of the first arguments we had on here. Um,
Yes, it is. It is. I
and
remember it was when I'm like, hey, remember when like, hey, I went to clubhouse. I was in the room. Late at night. All of a sudden, I saw
oh
the
yeah,
room.
people started hearing started hearing spoons hit bowls
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm like, yo,
What's going on? Like, like I left the room. Like, hold on, this room seems kind of intriguing. So, like, let me just go back and see what is it fully about. Like, okay, I'm
yeah,
leaving this room.
yeah. Shout out to that. I mean,
Yes.
also I definitely know we well, at least we caused some controversy with at least one person, because I remember us talking about Lil Nas X and his shoes, um,
Yes.
and how, and by the way, a little behind the scenes thing, um, I don't know if you can hear my hands moving around, but I was doing constant prayers and crosses, um, the whole time I was talking about it. 'Cause I was like, good Lord, what on earth is this man doing? I might literally set myself on fire any second talking about this, because I don't know
Yes.
where he's on. Uh, that was what I was doing back then. And to 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 I guess to the benefit of the podcast, I had one angry. I'm just kidding. She
One
wasn't angry.
angry
Well, no,
person,
never mind. She was actually
kind of.
furious. She sent me a bunch of just rude messages, and she was just so mean to me, and she threatened to beat me up and take my lunch money. I'm talking about Lauren. Um,
Yes.
Shout out to Lauren. She was the
Yes.
first guest we had on here.
My first
Um,
guess.
and she DM'd me, and she told me like, dude, you're not understanding. Like he's trying to do this to like a place that, like, she was explaining to me like how he was
Yeah.
doing it in a place of creativity, and like people basically tell him that he should go to hell anyway. So he's like, might as
Yes.
well lean into that. You know what I'm saying? And she got to
Yeah,
explain it. She got to come on here and explain that. And that was kind of the first guest we had on here. We kind of kept it rolling from there. It was a really good episode.
yes,
So
it was. I think this was actually our first episode 2, where we had all these technical problems, and we had all these double voices. It was like the wrong day to talk about the shoes.
episode 2 was a glorious is going to be a glorious reminder of where we started off, because when
Yes,
I
where we
tell
started
you
out.
how disastrous, I realized listening back to it, I was like, wait a minute, are we just echoing? Is it just an echo there the whole time? And like I didn't even, you know, I didn't know that when you share audio on Zoom, it literally shares everything on your good. There's just not just one, it's literally all the audio on your
Yeah,
computer.
this
So
says everything. So, like for
mm,
me, like being assistive technology instructor for the blind, it's useful when people are using the software known as JAWS. Let's talk to us. So, like, if I need to hear what they're doing, make sure they're doing it right, I have them share their audio, and then I share my audio to show them how it's done.
my question is, why didn't anyone tell me? Hmm? For those of you who were here live, why didn't y'all tell me? Hmm? Hmm? Or
Or
did you
I
just want to
should,
see me fail? Y'all want to see me fail? I think they
or
want to see me fail,
I should
Brandon.
have thought of it, because I did know beforehand. I thought you knew or something.
Oh no, I think it's just y'all want to see me fail, and um, you know, I think and he told me, it's so funny. I think did you try to tell me during the podcast or after?
I think he's doing probably like, hey,
Or like
bro,
he
I think we're having technical
Yeah, and
difficulties.
I didn't know what you were talking about. I was like, "What? This sounds fine. It sounds good." Nah,
No,
man.
I was trying to figure out what was it. What was it? I'm like, oh snap! And like after a couple of days, like I forgot. If you share audio, it shares everything. But then if you're live streaming, you can listen to the live stream while you're live streaming.
I think technical difficulties give the podcast a certain charm. That's the spin I'm gonna use. That's how
Yeah.
I'm gonna spin it. I think technical difficulties kind of give the podcast a certain charm. I mean, obviously, we had the 2 straight weeks where both of us instant transmission
Yes.
out of the podcast.
I think it was back to back
It
episodes.
was
I
back to
think,
back
yeah, like
episodes,
first it was me, and then it was you,
and then it was me when we had a
Drio.
Alex on the show.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. That was I heard y'all while I was like outside of the podcast. It's so funny. It's like, to give you guys an analogy to understand what that felt like, it was like being in the room next door while like everybody else is hanging out and like talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Talking stuff about you, but it's like the door is locked
And you can't get in.
and you can't come in, and you're banging on the door. Let me in. You know that meme? You know, but he's like, let me in, like that. That's what it felt like. You know,
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
So we can shout to Zoom because before we started this, we still use this platform for our live streaming. It's very simple from here and it has great audio, but update after updates, one later, one episode we were talking about, you need consent for this, you need consent for that. And then out of nowhere, Zoom says, oh yeah, you need consent for this now.
Yeah, Zoom. If you want to sponsor us, we're available. We're honestly, spoiler alert, we're honestly the best, very best brand candidates. What is that? Brand ambassador. There you go. We're the best brand ambassadors. We have flair, we have spice,
Yes, and we got
we
tech,
just
so
we just have everything. We're just we got it, we got the Brandon brings, literally everything, and then I bring the ranting and angry shouting. So hey, it's the equal contribution here.
So shout out to Zoom. I really appreciate them because I'm really surprised with their accessibility. A lot of blind users use this, or some blind users actually use this for podcasting, I believe. And it's just great. After I figure out, sending the artist audio stuff, like you can actually make it sound great. Like right now, guys, like in the background, there's actually an AC running. Y'all guys don't hear it.
Wow, fancy. Yeah, you guys don't know, man. It's a lot. I definitely I can't wait to see how the podcast evolves. Just the different people we had on here. And kind of it's so cool having like different people personalities and stuff. One thing I will say though, that I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see coming. We had, if you guys go back, we either this season, right, when you guys go check it out later on, we'll
go ahead and check it out.
It's
on our playlist. I made it it starts from our first episode 2, all the way to the last one. So
funny enough, we I'll have to say, like, I didn't expect it, but it turns out that the podcast this season at least just became themed around music. We talked about it so much. My friend made a joke the other day. She was like,
what it started at? Let's see, episode 7, I think, with One Way.
I mean, in terms of bringing musicians on, it started at I want to say 3 or 4, no 4, because Tim, he's Tim, he's a musician, super.
So I think that's actually episode 5.
It's episode 5. So yeah, shout out to Tim, by the way. That's when we first had like we had a musician on and we kind of talked about that.
Talking about music and stuff.
And it's funny because my friend was like, you guys just like after a while, like you guys just it's just music all the time. It's like, I don't know, like it's all you guys talk about. No, actually, it's not all we talk about. But thanks for saying that.
Positive feedback.
Just gonna, yeah, that's right. In your face, I'm just booing you. You know who you are. But that ended up being, and honestly, that's such a big part of both of us. So, it just ended up what we went and gravitating towards. One way, his kind of, it's funny because he's not from, I don't think he's from Memphis, but he really gives me like strong Memphis vibes with his music and stuff. Shout out One Way. That episode was
Yeah.
dope. Hearing his perspective, hearing what he went like what he went through, like kind of, it was inspiring.
His upcoming and stuff.
Yeah. So and like, bringing him on, Tim, obviously, like I said, having Trivy,
Yes, very very neat.
having her perspective, like it's just, these guys, like they all, it's, if you get to a point where you have to come and think, it's like, why am I like doing this? And the people we had on here like do it because they care about like the music and kind of want to put themselves out there, and want to just have fun with it and really make their mark, and I respect that. So shout out to all the musicians we had on here.
Yeah,
Hope I didn't forget anybody.
I
named
see. I don't think everyone.
I think I did.
My god sister, who's like very.
Is she music? And it's funny. It's funny because we didn't even, the people we had on here who aren't music, we ended up talking about music with them.
Yeah, so basically, like my god sister, she's like into music. Like she really like festivals and stuff, like EDM festivals and stuff like that. So she's like, what you call like, I don't really call it like a festival person, that goes to the festival, listen to the music.
Festival person.
I don't know what you call it. I don't know the term.
Hey guys, if you go to a festival, your name is festival person.
Yeah, that's what you got on.
You are part of the festival people. They're a secret tribe of indigenous peoples, located on the outskirts of Sierra Leone, and they migrated to America.
You know what's funny?
In 1775. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When I was starting to listen to like Tomorrowland and all these festivals, do you know who DJ Diesel is?
No idea.
It
sounds like Shaq. Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Yep. I was about to say, if it sounds like anybody, it sounds like Shaq.
Yeah. When I heard like, who the heck is DJ Diesel? Like, I look at it. Oh my god, it's such a killer.
Yo. So we had it. Shout out to Brandon Scott's sister. Fortunately, she didn't win our game show.
Speaking of
it was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Our first champion, Leon. He blitzed through it. He absolutely blitzed through it. It was unbelievable.
Yes. And when that one part when he got to it, say, what line is this from? Yo, it's Gucci.
That was me. I was like, what? He literally, and you know what? I have a confession time. Newsflash. Confession. It was guys, the game show's rigged. The game show's rigged. It is rigged. We tried to rig it so hard against him. And
hey,
I don't know. I mean, it was
it turned out
it was Brandon's idea.
It wasn't my idea. It's your idea.
It was his idea. He was like, man, like we can't have folks just out here winning. Like, we just have to,
Let's say that this was a cold decision.
Nope. Throwing you under the bus. Throwing you under the bus, man. Throwing you under the bus. I'm kidding. No, but no, it was rigged. So just know, anyone who comes on here, whether they win, whether they lose, it's all rigged.
Yep, it's all rigged.
You're
gonna be rigged to win, rigged to lose.
Rigged to win, rigged to lose.
But just remember, we're still all champions.
We're still all champions. Somebody in the chat put two things in there. Shout out to Tanish. He says, first question, what do you? Well, let me go in reverse order. He said, you guys talk about a lot of stuff besides music, such as, law, like the guests going to law school, sports, trends, childhood memories, etc., which I appreciate.
All right. That hits his heart.
it just you really did something to my heart, man. I just really I really appreciate that. No, but seriously,
Yeah.
thanks for that. And he
It's
also
right.
said, who do you think, well, what do you think about the Phoenix Suns going to the finals? Listen,
I got the Suns winning the finals.
listen, I got the Bucks. I got the Bucks, y'all. I got the Bucks. Is it controversial? Yes. Is Giannis injured right now? Yes. Do I think he's gonna come back? Yes, I think he's gonna come back and he's gonna win. Are the Bucks a dumb team? Yes, they are. They're very dumb. They don't know what they're doing.
And they're just like deers when they walk into the streets. You get the joke?
I didn't want to have to do it to you.
Do
I didn't
it,
want to have to do
do
to
it,
you. I didn't
do
want to have
it,
to do to you, but
do it,
I'm sorry.
do
That
it.
was terrible. Let's stop it and acknowledge all of the bad jokes that have been said in this podcast.
Yes.
Most of them come from Brandon. There was most of them.
Yes.
Come
Actually,
from
almost like all of them, basically.
basically. Shout out to all the terrible jokes you
Yeah.
made.
I know what. I know. I want to ask the live chat. So, within our season 1, what did you think about the bad jokes? Go ahead, tell us what you think about the
No,
bad-
you don't even need that. Like, okay. Let me speak for live chat. They're bad. That's what they would say.
I don't know. What is it? Is it enjoyable or is it too much? Am I doing too much?
No, listen, man. I bust your chops about it, but honestly, we're here for the energy. We're for the energy because we do what it do when we do how we do. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah.
So if the bad jokes come with that, the bad jokes come. It is what it is. Respect.
Yes.
But yeah, there've been a lot, and you know what? I'm actually shocked I haven't contributed more. So yeah. I'm slick waiting for the next season to load up on my bad jokes. So y'all get ready for that.
You guys line up with the stars, When it's there, you just gotta listen for it, then you just say it. It's like what I tell you, like you just when you hear what says up,
when you basically when the opportunity comes, you hit it's like being on the court. You hit a few dribbles, you know what I'm saying, and then you step back, and if you're wide open, you know what I'm saying, you shoot your shot. There you go. That's how it is.
Yes.
So shout out to the bad jokes. Yeah, but I think the Bucks are gonna win. The Hawks lost obviously last night. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who aren't even into sports, yeah, they lost. Obviously we're both from Atlanta or the Atlanta area, so I don't know about you, but I was rooting for them to go all the way.
I was doing it too,
Yeah.
After when I saw them in the playoff, like this has to be a team that has to. I've not seen the Hawks in the playoffs go this far before, so they had to go somewhere.
Do y'all ever is this just me, or do y'all ever now? Because I'm thinking about this. There are a lot of you out there who are like, I have no idea what these guys are talking about. Do you guys do that in a public setting where like a whole group will be talking about one thing and you have no idea what they're talking about, but you'll pretend like but you'll pretend like you'll be like nodding your head like yeah, totally, like
that's what I do all the time, because since I'm partially deaf, like deafblind, right? So like they're saying something like, yeah, man, I understand. Yeah, man, yeah. I have no idea what that man just said.
Yeah, like honestly, that explains a lot, because I feel like he be doing that to me a lot. Like I'll say something and he'll be like, yeah. Actually, no, that explains so much. So thank you very much. Someone said the Atlantic curse. Yeah, you expose yourself. Someone said the Atlantic curse, bro.
I think it is Atlantic curse, because look, when the Falcons go into like getting so close, right? They go to it, lose. Like when they play the New England Patriots, they were in the lead. Then Tom Brady out of nowhere just had to go ham and just
Yeah,
win it.
yeah, yeah. The biggest blown lead in Super Bowl history, 25 points. You were up by 25 points and it's gone. The Braves are up 3-1 last year. Gone.
Gone.
Um, to be fair though, the Hawks, I don't think
Wait,
they had a lead in the series, but
the only team that seems to be doing so well in Atlanta is Atlanta
it's
United.
Atlanta United. Honestly, all right, hot take. Hot take. Um, I don't really
You
I
don't
don't
watch
really
soccer?
I don't really care about Atlanta United. I know. Listen, guys. Look, okay. Can I explain? Can I explain? Thank you. Can I explain?
But
Atlanta United is a great team.
it
Atmospheric games are amazing. I will
is.
like. I will definitely go to an Atlanta United game. I've never been to one, but I've watched. Um, but one, I'm not a football guy. You know, for those of you who get triggered when I say soccer, I'm not a football guy. Um, and two, the team is only here for like a year and then they won a championship, or like 2 years and then they won, or something like that. Um, there wasn't any like buildup or like heartbreak, or like there wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it just, they got here
Yeah,
and they won, and it's like, oh, you know,
I know you mean
um,
like going wild in the streets or anything like that.
yeah. I mean, it was lit, it was great, but like, does it count? Does it count? Like if it's not from, I feel like if it's not from baseball, football, or basketball, like people aren't really gonna count it. You know, if it's not the Braves, the
And
Hawks, or the
I
Falcons, I
think
don't think people are gonna
Atlanta
count it, man.
in general is not like used to like having football,
Mm-mm.
soccer.
Yeah.
We always used to the Hawks, the Braves, the Falcons. I think one time we had hockey.
Who?
Yeah, I believe we had a hockey team here.
Okay. You said hockey, and I thought you were saying hockey like you had like a little pet name for like the Hawks mascot,
Oh,
and you were like, oh, we had hockey, our little
no.
our little pet mascot.
No.
He was this little adorable mascot who had like little bug eyes and had worms coming out of his mouth. Yeah, it was adorable. I don't know. Yes, hockey. Yes, the sport. Yeah. I could go on a whole rant about hockey. This one I don't care to be apologetic. Hockey is terrible.
No, listen.
You no no
The
no. I'm
best.
gonna
No,
do it.
listen.
I'm gonna
The
do
best
it.
thing about hockey are the fights. I'm telling you. We see like the Pittsburgh Penguins. Like when I was able to see and I saw these clips, they're out there taking their skates and busting people's mouth with them. Like that's
Is
the
that a
best
part of
part.
okay,
No,
but is that a okay, because I know I think they kind of let them fight in hockey, and you fight, and then I'm gonna sound really ignorant, right? But you fight, and then like they put you in the
the penalty
box, the
box.
penalty box, for like a few minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Then you're able to come back out. um I mean, that is pretty cool, like I'm not gonna lie, but I don't like, is that a I don't know. I feel like if I were to watch like fighting, like I just watch MMA or something like that. I
Yeah, I
don't know.
know.
You know what I mean? Like the whole time I'm trying to, because literally every single time I try to watch hockey, is this little puck, this little small black
I
puck
know. A little black
thing,
fucking.
and it's spinning around, and I literally cannot see it. I don't know where it is. I just see guys skating.
It's like a mosquito going
It's
around.
literally like a mosquito. It's like you're going around chasing a mosquito. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about viewing it on television.
Yeah.
Now in person, maybe it's different, because some sport. I mean, all sports hit different in person.
Th-
It's a different experience. I know baseball. I
Mm,
went to a baseball game once, and I was like, like a Braves game. I forget who the Braves are playing. It was like 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm not into baseball like that, but I went there and I sat, I was with my brother, and we were there until like the seventh inning, because we had to go early. But I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, I get it. This is pretty chill.
yeah.
It's pretty, it's pretty chill. I'm not gonna get like go crazy or go screaming my head off maybe unless it's like a super intense or close game, and
Or it's like out of nowhere, in the first, second, fourth inning, it's like 4-2. And then all of a sudden the Braves hit a grand slam.
yeah, like something like that. I mean, again, I don't really know a lot of these like understand a lot of these terms, like inning, like how do innings work? You know what I mean? Like, is it like I know how it works, but I don't know at the same time. It's kind of embarrassing, actually. But yeah, good thing I am not getting tested on my knowledge of sports or anything like that. Which makes me look a little hypocritical, because we did test people that came on here. Started off with Leon,
Yes,
all the way
so
up
that was like,
until the episode with our good boy, with our friend Alex. And actually, no, all the way to the episode with you,
yeah,
right, where I pulled out a quiz on you,
which was
kind
random,
of Uno reverse card. And yeah, I definitely um definitely definitely a lot of fun moments that came out of that. I'm so glad we kind of did Do You Know What You're Saying? That was the name we came up with.
Yeah, it was so random too, like she said, I was just making creepy voice messages. All of a sudden, Brandon comes out of nowhere. Do you know what you're saying with the Easy Beasy podcast? What do you think? Well,
Yeah, what do you think? By the way, that also prompted the whole. Well, no, we were talking about YouTube don't ban us long before that, but yeah, that kind of became like a meme.
Yeah,
YouTube, please don't. Again, YouTube, if
I
you're
think
watching, please don't, because like, I know just even mentioning their name, bro, they just be on you. Like, they put you on a list, and then that's it.
You're on a hit list.
You're on a hit list. You can just get banished to the shadow realm. So if you step out of line, so I think that's how YouTube works. Someone said, for me, soccer/football is something I would watch when I was younger, and now I just don't care anymore. I think some sports are more fun to play rather than watching. I think that's it. Oh, there's a sport that involves two people slapping back and forth until one person goes down. Very entertaining.
Oh yeah, I know
Are
he's
you
talking.
talking? Is he
I know
talking about
it.
boxing? What is he talking about?
No, it's like they're sitting down in a chair, right? And
Oh my lord.
there's two people who actually smack people until one like knocks out or gets hurt really bad. I know it happens in Russia. I'm not sure. I seen this somewhere. I remember like a funny one where they were doing it, and when he slapped this guy so hard a table flipped. I remember this.
What?
Bro, this thing was
What?
it was crazy. It was crazy. I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of the sport. That's what it is. I'm not sure if it's called like professional slap boxing or like this.
Professional slap boxing.
Oh, I don't know what.
Oh, 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 man. Yo, listen, if you're a professional slap boxer, first off, I'm not laughing at your sport. Please don't come at me and slap me, bro. I'm good. I'm straight. Nah, I'm good. I'm just, this is how I react to shock. So forgive me for
I
that.
know
That's
there is so many interesting sports out there that we do not
yeah,
know about.
yeah.
Like we know rugby, but do we know how to play rugby? Do
I've
we know how to
never
play
watched a rugby
frisbee?
game in my entire life. I don't even think it's. I think rugby is a government simulation, or it's a trick used by the government to trick people into thinking there's any other version of American football. Um, yeah, like it doesn't even make any sense. Like you're in a scrum and you're just pushing each other around, and then you I love how I'm triggering all of these fans from like all these different sports. Listen, bro, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Not really. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you're in a scrum and you just
Yeah.
push each other around, and you just and what? That's it. And it like I don't know. It's weird.
No, that's one thing about our podcast, like the satire, the irony that we use all the time. You know what I mean? Like we say something, some people are like, "Whoa, your guys really mean that?" No, we don't, because we're just joking. I hope that guys know that.
again, if you guys out there, who's ever's listening, um, if you're upset at something that either of us say, just assume that it's sarcasm. And I actually don't mean it. Just do that with everything, and then we'll just have a swell time. Um, you know, so there you go. Um, but yeah, I am super happy that I get to come on here and you know uh on YouTube, the greatest platform of all time. Um,
Yes.
you guys are fantastic and have done nothing wrong ever. Um, you guys gave birth to one of the greatest people of all time, Jake Paul. So how can I be mad? How can I be upset? Um, you know, I do have a there is a love-hate relationship with Jake Paul on the show.
Yes.
Um, you know,
I think
I
it started in episode 4 with Lauren. No, when you called him out. 'Cause I think we were talking about
the upcoming
um
boxing match
yeah, one like you
with
about
Logan Paul and
yeah.
Mr. Got your hat, that was one thing that went
The
on.
great memories of Jake Paul on this podcast. One day, Jake Paul will see this like,
Yeah. Um it was it's Jake Paul, if you're out there listening, um
we would love to have you on the
I
podcast.
we love to have you on the podcast. Um uh don't worry, I won't take your hat off your head and I'll run away with it. Well, because I'm not lame. So anyway, so we're just gonna um yeah, but shout out to him.
Yeah.
I really, though, YouTube as a platform, it's been interesting to kind of navigate it from the other perspective, because you hear YouTubers talking about YouTube this, YouTube that, how things work, and as you get bigger, more following, you get more subscribers, you get more interactions, you kind of get you kind of spread yourself out, you kind of get more of an understanding of what goes on, and navigating it. Um, so it's pretty cool. Uh, seriously. I'm again, guys, I'm just praising them so that they can, just throw us a bag real quick. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't even worry about it. You know, yeah. You got anything to add, Brandon?
Oh, back to music. We always talk about beatboxing and stuff.
Back to music. Back to
Yeah.
music. Oh, that's
And
all we talk about.
yeah, I know.
Oh
It's
man,
weird. We
wow.
always talk about beatboxing. Like, can he really beatbox? We have never heard it. When is he gonna do it? You know?
Listen, the mixtape. Listen, the mixtape. Brandon, look, I'm his manager. All right, no photos, no cameras, no flash. His mixtape is dropping real soon. No photos. What I say? Anyway, his mixtape is dropping real soon. Um, it's called what is it called, Brandon? What's it called?
Hmm. I have no idea yet. So we're gonna be working
It's
out the
called
works.
I have no idea yet. Oh man, would
There
you
you
look
go.
at that? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good name, if I do say so myself. Um, I love it. How'd you come up with that? What's the meaning behind that, man? That sounds really deep. Like there's a
Well,
super specific meaning behind it, and it
it,
wasn't just something that you just came up with, right?
yeah, because like life, you just think and your mind is just blank. So you don't know what you're saying. So you never know what comes out.
Let's go. Um, so his new mixtape, I have no idea yet, will be dropping in theaters February the 31st. Um, so be on the lookout for that. Um, you know, I'm super excited. Any features I should know
Mm.
about?
I got this one guy. He's here in Atlanta. His name is Zeo. I don't know you guys have heard about him, but he also has been still coming
Ooh.
out. So yeah, and so me and Zeo, we might do some tag team beatboxing in the future. You guys never know. Who is this guy Zeo? But one day we probably get Zeo on this podcast.
Ooh, I think I'll be pretty down with that. I'll be pretty happy with that. he sounds like a cool guy. I mean,
Yeah,
would you guys want Zayo to be on the podcast? What do you think? What do y'all think? Oh, okay. Well, you know what?
Thank you.
It's season 2. We'll make sure he's
we make sure he's here.
here. He's super busy and he's like, super famous and just, so like, I don't know.
Just like right now on his tour on the West Coast,
Yeah, he's on his tour. He's going from city to city, from the bedroom city to the living room city to the kitchen city, right back to the bed. So he's on tour right now. So I don't know when he's gonna come back, but he's just all over the place.
Yeah.
I heard he might take a trip to the kitchen again, an impromptu stop back to the kitchen real soon. So he's just all over the place, man. He just goes everywhere.
He's all over it. He goes everywhere.
I'm gonna boo myself. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I deserve it. Yep. I deserve it. Yeah, February 31st, y'all. That's when the mixtape is dropping. Be there, be square. You feel me? But yeah, this was a great season. I definitely loved having all the guests on. For next season, expect a little change up, a little switch up. We're going to be doing a lot more collabs. We're going to be talking with different podcasters, different people, YouTubers potentially, so just be on the lookout for that. Just to give y'all a little teaser. Yes. But of course, well, Brandon, you have anything else to add to that?
No.
All right. But of course, just remember, guys, we are here to keep it easy and keeping it beezy. I don't think I ever explained easy beezy and what that represents. I think for us, the main thing is to be something you guys can always expect to come and listen to at 3:30 p.m. every Sunday.
Yes.
Where that you're gonna get us talking about different things that happen around the world, kind of relatable things you guys might be interested in. Maybe you will face palm enough at all the bad jokes to where it will give you significant brain damage, and then
you might have a concussion.
You might have a concussion, and then somehow will be even more entertaining. So hopefully that's how we kind of get more people to come and view our podcast every week. But shout out to I'm kidding, guys. I feel like honestly, I need a sarcasm noise, or a sarcasm sound, so people can know, because people do not understand. There are a lot of people out there that really don't get sarcasm. Like they really literally like everything.
It's just like I'm not sure you've seen that Family Guy episode where it was like that one character and Peter was in there like, it's a sunny day. You go, no, it's not. No, it's a sunny day. Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Pretty much, essentially. But definitely expect for a lot of good energy, a lot of good vibes for you guys to be able to come in here and take it easy and definitely have fun. There'll be more segments, more of our rigged game show. I just came out and said it. So anyone who comes on here and they don't know it's rigged, I put it out there already. So I gave up the secret. So if you come on here and you're expecting to win, I don't know. We
will find a way to ruin your life.
I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I was talking to my lawyer the other day, and he kind of said that I have to disclose to you guys that it's rigged. Otherwise, I could be in some big legal trouble. So yeah. But more of that, more of different segments, more of different people. We're gonna keep on growing and expanding, and we're gonna be here every week at 3:30 p.m. Tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your mama, your grandma, even. Yeah, this show's for Nana. This show's for her.
Even your hamster. Just tell your hamster.
Even your hamster. Even if you don't have a hamster, Tell your hamster. No,
Oh,
actually, that's
sorry,
what
tell the
crazy people
bird.
do. That's what crazy people do. Don't do that. If you just speaking to things that don't exist, don't do that. But this is a great. I really enjoyed this season. I can't wait for next season. You guys have
Yes.
no idea. We're gonna be coming with the heat, with the flames, with the fuego. So keep your eyes peeled because we'll be back in a
Yes.
week. This has
Yeah.
been the Easy Beasy
Easy
Podcast,
podcast.
Season 1, 4th of July special. Everyone have a happy 4th of July.
July
And we'll see y'all for Season 2
and Sunday.
on Sunday, 3:30. Have a good one, y'all.